Costco sells a $39,000 watch 20 feet away from a $1.50 hot dog. Why is that? Value anchoring. And when you understand value anchoring, you can make a lot more money in your business. I'm going to tell you all about it today. That's coming up in just a sec. If you're new here, my name's Jon Davids. My friends call me JD. I am the author of this bestseller right here, Marketing Superpowers. Build a brand so good that getting customers feels like magic. If you want to grow your business, get more customers, make sure you get a copy of Marketing Superpowers. Get a free chapter at marketingsuperpowersbook.com. And I want to tell you guys today about value anchoring, not because it's an academic subject or theory or anything like that. I bet you if I heard a class on value anchoring, I'd be asleep. But if I were to tell you that you can make a lot more money by understanding this, I hope that would get your attention. I posted a story about this on LinkedIn a few weeks back. Hundreds of thousands of you saw it. Got a lot of comments, a lot of engagement. And when that happens, I think to myself, I got to go a little bit deeper and teach you guys all about it. That's coming up right now. Let's get to it. Let me tell you guys a little more about the Costco case. $39,000 is the price of this watch that they sell. It's a Patek Philippe, $38,999.99 to be exact. And that's a lot of money to spend on a watch. Even if you're a watch collector, 40 grand, that's a lot. And if you were going to buy a watch like that and drop that kind of coin, why would you do it at Costco? Well, the answer is because of the hot dogs. Costco is about value. It doesn't mean they're cheap. It means you're getting more than you pay for. Bigger packages, better quality, longer warranty. The $1.50 hot dog is strategic because it signals that they're not trying to rip you off. So the watch must be worth it. I'm not going to go comparison shop and check out 10 different retailers to see the best price on the watch. I'm actually going to trust that Costco's price of $39,000 is good value. It's a very subtle strategy, but the truth is it's everywhere. All great businesses understand value anchoring and putting the right products in the right place strategically to psychologically get into your brain and price things in a way that tells you that there's value here. The hot dog says everything without saying anything at all. So let's talk about a few ways you can use value anchoring in your business, no matter what you sell. I don't care if you're an accounting firm, a high-tech company, services company, consulting, you're a salon, makes no difference. Everybody can use value anchoring. And the first question to ask yourself is, what's something iconic about your brand? What is something iconic that you can sell? Now, if you're a brand that's been around for a very long time, like Costco, the $1.50 hot dog and soda, it's actually soda and a hot dog, so you get more than just a hot dog for $1.50. If you have something that's been around for a long time, that could be your thing. If you're a corner store that's been around for 60 years, or you're a restaurant that's been in the neighborhood for 35 years, and there's a dish that you're known for, maybe that's the thing that's iconic that you can hang your hat on. For Costco, it's the $1.50 hot dog. For 7-Eleven, maybe it's milk, or any convenience store chain. Maybe it's milk or peanut butter or a staple like that. If you're an accounting firm, maybe the iconic service that you offer is the annual financial return, right? Filing someone's taxes at the end of the year. If you're a coffee shop, maybe it's that small brewed coffee that you make, that drink that you have that's the staple, and it accounts for 80% of what everyone comes in to buy every day. So thinking about something that you can hang your hat on, the reason this is an important first step is because it has to be related to your brand, and the more signature it can be, the better. So if it's something generic, but it has to do with the thing you sell, going back to the example of the accounting firms do tax returns. That happens once a year. Everyone's got to do it. And so that's something that can, be related to an accounting firm, but you can get even deeper than that. Costco and the hot dog isn't necessarily the most logical thing, but people know it for that. And so if you can get more signature, the better. So that's step one, figuring out what it is that you can say, hey, this is the thing that I sell, and I'm going to attach value to that thing, exceptional value to that thing. The second thing is, how does it bring people into the shopping experience? It's not good enough if that thing is just something that you happen to sell. It's got to bring people in, either physically, if you have a physical environment, or virtually in some way, if you have a service or a digital store. So let's go ahead and think about the physical example, right? You are a retailer. If you walk into any grocery store, you walk into a Kroger or you walk into a Whole Foods, where's the dairy? Where do they put the dairy? The dairy wall is typically at the back of the store. If you want to get milk or cheese or yogurt or even eggs, you're typically going to have to go to the back wall. And the reason for that is because they know that's what people are coming in to buy most frequently. People need milk as something most often, or yogurt or cheese. Those things are consumable. You have them every day and they run out quickly. So that's something that they know people come in to buy with frequency, and they want you to walk through the store. At Kroger, you've got to take about 120 to 130 steps, depending on the pace of walking, to get to that back wall. 120 to 130 steps. What that means is you're passing a whole bunch of stuff along the way. A lot of displays, a lot of end caps, a lot of aisles, a lot of opportunities for them to merchandise other things. So if they were to advertise, hey, milk is on sale, come in to get milk, or even if they don't advertise that because they know you're going to come in to get milk anyhow, on the path to get there, you're going to fill up your cart or you're going to fill up your basket. So it brings you in to the physical shopping experience. Let's think of another example. How about a salon? Let's say you go to a salon to get a manicure, pedicure. You're getting your mani-pedi. You go in, you sit down in the chair, and maybe they offer that as their iconic product. So that's the thing they advertise. That's their core offer. Come in to get your mani-pedi. Even though we sell 25 other things, that's the thing that we want to get you in the door with. And then while you're in that chair, what else could they sell you? Well, you could get a gel polish, or you could get a paraffin wax treatment. You could get an extended massage. You could get a nail art done. You could get products for home use. You guys can tell I did my research ahead of this podcast because I haven't been for a mani-pedi in a very long time. So I Googled, what do people buy when they're getting their mani-pedis? And these are all things they upsell, but you would never think to get nail art. You would never think to get gel polish most of the time unless you were already sitting in that chair. And how do they get you to sit in that chair? With the value of the mani-pedi. Now, again, these are things that you might come in for anyhow, but how do you get people into your store versus somebody else? Well, the same way Costco gets people into their store, right? If you want to get the $1.50 hot dog, you got to go into Costco. Not to say that people are going to Costco specifically for that, but a lot of people go there and they enjoy doing it. It becomes a ritual. So thinking about how do we get people in the door? How do we get people in the store? How do we get people in the shop? How do we bring people in? That core offer has to have value. It has to have clear value. Let's think of an online experience. Let's say you sell an online course. If you sell an online course, what you might want to do is have your core course offering, your pillar course, your anchor course, could be something that's priced maybe a little more cheaply. Or maybe there's just something more that you do with it. You give people a live tutorial, or you do a free webinar, or you have some kind of tripwire. A tripwire is something that is very cheap to bring people in, almost like they're just tripping over it. So the average course we sell, or the average thing we sell, is maybe $150 or $200, but we have this one thing that we sell for $24. And we price it at $24. It's great value. There's a lot of good value there, but we make it cheap enough that you don't even have to think about it. Yeah, $24, I'll spend it. I'll spend it a lot quicker than I'll spend $200. So a tripwire is something else that is just a value anchor. We're giving you something that is of high value for not a lot of money. One thing I want to say before I go any further here is the value anchor has to actually have value. So I don't want you to hear this and say, oh, I'll sell something for $1.50. Well, if it's a piece of garbage, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. You're actually repelling people before they have a chance to really experience your brand. So you can't sell something that is not of quality representing your brand. You're actually doing a disservice. You need to think about, what is it that I can sell that is of exceptional value, but I can price at a lower price, right? So that's the second question. How does it bring people into the experience? And the third thing to ask, the last piece here, is how do you use it to sell the thing you really want to sell? Costco doesn't want you coming into the store just to buy the $1.50 hot dog. They don't want that. Now, they also don't necessarily think you're going to spend $39,000 on a watch. So, what is the thing they really want to sell? Well, in the case of Costco, there's a lot of things. They want you to buy detergent. They want you to buy chicken. They want you to buy vitamins and supplements. They want you to buy toothpaste. Maybe they want you to buy garbage bags. They want you to buy your vegetables, your fruit, your lawn furniture. There's a whole bunch of stuff. The average person goes to Costco. The average order value is like $200 or $300 at Costco. Y'all know the trope. You go into Costco, you think you're going to spend $20, you end up leaving, you spend $270. That's how it is. So it's not that they think you're going to just come in and buy the $1.50 hot dog, or that they think you're going to come in and buy the $39,000 watch. Probably not. But you are going to come in and buy a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's not about just low and high prices. It's what do you want people to actually buy in the end? If all they do is buy the value thing, the super high value thing, then you're not going to make very much money. Think about this in the context of SaaS pricing, software as a service pricing. You know, you go to like a SaaS software website and it'll say, we have 3 packages or 5 packages, and maybe the first package is like $9 a month, and then it's $14 a month, and then it's $23 a month, and then it's $35 a month, and then it's like $59 a month. And they have all these different pricings, but they know where you're going to fall, right? They know that most people are not going to be satisfied with the $9 a month offering. And most people are also not going to go for the $59 a month offering if that's the highest. So maybe they say, listen, let's price this thing a little lower, get people in the door. Let's get this thing a little bit higher so we make sure we capture that upper end of the market. But most people are going to fall maybe in the $20 or $30 range. We see this also in consulting. We see it all the time in services businesses where you'll have packages, again, that start at maybe like a few $100 or $1,000 for a certain package. And then that same company will have something for $100,000 or $200,000. They know very well that very few clients are going to spend $200,000 when you have something that you're offering for $1,000 or $2,000. When you have those kinds of pricing variables, the reason they're doing that, the companies that know what they're doing, is because they want to show you, hey, you can get something for $1,000. That's entry level. That's kind of if you're just starting out. We have this thing for $200,000. That's a very aspirational price. You probably don't need quite that much. So why don't you fall somewhere in the $5,000 or $10,000 range or $20,000 range, and they'll navigate you to exactly where they want you to be. It's all psychology. It's all psychology. And you might come in, so here's another sort of novice perspective. You might say, well, what's even the point of having a $200,000 offering if nobody buys it, right? I sell 100 clients, only 1 out of the 100 spent the $200,000. And I made most of my money from people who were spending $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000. The reason is because those people wouldn't have spent $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 if you didn't have the $200,000 option. It's an anchor. It's there to tell people this is the one to go for. So pricing is psychology, and value anchoring on the low end and on the high end, this is how you do it. This is how it's done. Costco does it masterfully. 7-Eleven does it. Kroger does it. Accounting firms do it. Salesforce does it. Salesforce is a master at this. I noticed this on Salesforce years ago. I was like, I don't understand. I can use Salesforce for $15. Why would anybody pay $150 a month to use Salesforce? Most people don't pay $150 a month per user to use Salesforce. They're using a lower package, but Salesforce needs to put the high packages in there to get you to believe that it's worth 30 or 40 or $50 a month. Don't let your guard down on pricing. And don't think pricing is just, whatever, we'll price it here, people will buy it. If you really want to make money in your business, understand the value of pricing. And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, on my website now, jondavids.com, there is a whole training section. This is a new business that I'm launching, Jon Davids Training. Haven't really talked about it too much, but if you are a business, typically 5 employees and up, and we have clients who are 50, 500, even over 1,000 employees. Check out jondavids.com/training, or you can just go to jondavids.com, click on the training link, and there is so much more like this, and we've got a lot of good stuff. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. I wanted you to check it out. Let me know what you think. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure you smash the subscribe button, leave a rating, leave a review. You can always get more on my email list at jondavids.com, and I will talk to you guys next time.